Hello everyone, today we're going to be breaking down the events from the Purple Mountain Throwdown. So to start with event 1, Trailblazer. This is a trail run with a sandbag for a portion of the run. So this is longer than most CrossFitters are used to, but it's still in the severe intensity domain. So what that means is that you're still going to get that really burning sensation in your muscles and you'll be breathing very heavily. So you should be uncomfortable at the finish. It's not like a marathon where you finish and are able to keep moving. It's more like a 5K where you finish and you immediately need to stop, put your hands on your knees or collapse, something like that. So even though it is long, don't think of it as something that is outside of the severe intensity domain. It's still going to be really, really intense, really lactic, really uncomfortable. Don't be ashamed to walk uphill here, especially once you have the sandbag. That can be a way to make sure that you're managing your pace and able to keep moving throughout the duration of the workout. Moving on to event 2, switchback. So this is for time. It's a total of 40 power snatches at 80 pounds for the females and 115 for the males, and 40 burpee box jump overs to 20 and 24 inches. This is an 8-minute time cap. This one is going to be really lactic and really fast. It's similar to Open 20.1 if you competed in the Open that year, which was 80 power snatches and 100 bar facing burpees. It's just a little bit faster. So to do well, you're going to need to pick a pace that scares you a little bit and see if you can hold on. It's okay to take a quick planned break on the final set or two of power snatches. That's totally fine. Just make sure that it's a quick and scheduled break, not something that is unscheduled. But you're definitely going to need to come out hot at the beginning and be a little bit scared because it's going to be short and really fast. Okay, moving on to event 3, Rocky Mountain High. So this is our chipper. So we have dumbbell farmer's lunge, we have dumbbell shoulder to overhead, dumbbell bench press, we have 40 toes to bar, 40 chest to bar, and then we finish with a row. So this is going to be finishing with a row to start with. Finishing with a row is brutal because you can always row a little bit faster, especially when it's rowing for calories. And so that is going to make this really uncomfortable at the end. However, it is a long event, and with any chipper, you want to be thinking about small set sizes. So whatever you think a small set size is, make it smaller, then make it smaller again. That is your set size. That is my standing guidance for chippers, especially with pressing, and especially with strict pressing. So your pushing muscles, your pecs, your triceps, your anterior delts are very fast twitch relative to the other muscle groups in your body. So what that means is they are less fatigue resistant. They're more prone to fatigue. That's why when you're doing a set of bench press or you're doing a strict press or a strict handstand push-up, one rep feels good and then the very next rep is a failed rep. That's the reason for that. So because the muscles are not very fatigue resistant, there's no time for metabolites to build up in the muscle fibers the same way they do, say, in the pulling muscles like the forearms and the lats and the biceps or the quads, which are slower twitch than the pushing muscles and a lot more fatigue resistant. So whenever you have a strict pushing movement, especially in this case the dumbbell bench press, you're really going to want to break early on that. You're not going to get that burning like approach to failure sensation. It's just going to be there and then it's going to be gone. So it is light enough that you'll probably get some metabolites in the muscle fiber, but you definitely don't want to get to the point where you're failing bench press or even really within proximity of failure until the final reps of that 40 rep set. Okay, hook grip the dumbbell. So the dumbbell lengths are pretty short, but there is a lot of using your grip in this workout. So anything you can do to take a little bit off of your forearms is going to help you. So hook grip the dumbbell, and yeah, whatever you think your set sizes are going to be, just make them super conservative. Rich Froning did 5s on toes to bar in the toes to bar clean ladder in the Open several years ago. So that's Rich Froning, and so there's nothing wrong with doing 5s for toes to bar or 5s for chest to bar. Okay, moving on. Event 4, micro brew. So this is a really, really interesting workout. It's 16 minutes, 5 2-minute AMRAPs with 90 seconds of rest in between. You're going to do 16 or 12 calories on the Echo Bike and then max cleans in time remaining, and the weights increase each AMRAP. So your score is not your reps at any particular bar, but it's your total reps. So what that means, and this is probably the most important thing to understand with this workout, is a rep at 185 counts the same as a rep at 265. Okay, so what does that mean? Understanding this is the crux of this workout. So effort on those early rounds should be very high, especially the first round, because whenever you have a rep that has a lower energy cost and it's valued or scored the same as a rep with a higher energy cost, you want to shift your effort towards the reps with the lowest energy cost. We saw this in the quarterfinals recently with workout 1, which had power snatches at a significant weight, Isabel weight, and row calories. And the best scores were really consistent on the snatches and prioritized their effort on the row because 1 calorie of rowing was a lower energy cost than 1 power snatch rep. So we recently saw a really similar setup like this. The 90 seconds is actually a significant amount of rest, so it is going to affect your pace. It's going to allow you to go faster, whereas in the quarterfinals it was a 3-to-1 work rest, and that's really not very much to affect your pace. But this is closer to a 1-to-1 work rest, and that can affect your pace a lot. So this is definitely one that I would be practicing in the weeks leading up to the competition. There's so many variables in execution that can affect your score, your bike pace, how much effort you shift towards those early bars. So I would definitely practice it at least a couple times and try a couple of different bike paces and a couple of different strategies as far as prioritizing your effort earlier on the lighter bars to make sure that you are going in with an approach that you're confident with. It's a really interesting event there. Okay, event 5. Black Diamond. This is 10 rounds of 3 ring muscle ups, 30-foot handstand walk, and 15 deadlifts at 105 for females and 155 for males. 15-minute time caps. You're going to be doing 30 ring muscle ups, 300 feet of handstand walking, and 150 deadlifts. The main thing on this is you are going to want to break up the deadlifts. You're going to want to do 8-7 or 5s on the deadlifts. Pick one of those 2 breakup strategies. I strongly recommend against going unbroken on this. Excuse me. And if you do choose to do that, you better be some kind of a dog, because that's a really aggressive strategy to go with, even with the weight being on the lighter side for deadlifts than we typically see in competition. 15 reps is significant. You're going to be under tension for a significant amount of time. And when it comes to ring muscle ups and handstand walking, you really have what you have with regards to those. But when it comes to deadlifts, you're definitely going to want to break those up. Okay, event 6, final event, John Helway. For time, 200-meter shuttle run, 4 rope climbs, and 20 thrusters at 95 pounds for females and 135 pounds for males. Oof, this one is going to hurt so bad. It's all going to come down to the thrusters. So with a shuttle run, just because of the nature of the movement and the number of times you have to slow down and change direction, differences in effort don't correlate very well with increases in speed and therefore improvements in your time. So you could basically, you want to be watching your competitors during the shuttle runs, and you don't want to fall too far behind in the shuttle runs, but you also aren't going to win this workout on the shuttle runs. It's going to be won or lost on the final set of thrusters, and it's really going to come down to who can smoke that final bar. So whatever your 1RM thruster is, the higher that is, the better off you're going to be in this event. Okay, guys, really cool competition. I am so excited about what they have done with this event. I love that they have an outdoor event. I love that they have a chipper that's longer, and I love that they have, again, the outdoor, really longer test of endurance. I think that's really, really great, and it's providing an amazing competitive experience for people in Colorado Springs, and really excited to coach and watch at Purple Mountain Throwdown.